Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Tuesday, June 1st, 2021. Okay. This is what's happening, and it's, I guess it's not a surprise to anybody, especially if you follow this blog. Right now, crude oil is surging. It is higher by 3.45%, very close to $70 a barrel. It's going much higher. And what is the effect of this? Well, you already know if you follow this blog. Stock futures are higher across the board. But you see, you're not supposed to know that. The mainstream media is going to tell you that stock futures are higher because cases of a particular illness, I can't say it here, you're not allowed to, are dropping. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's crude oil, which is the lifeblood of this freak show military-industrial complex. You're not allowed to know that, like I said. This is like hidden information, so don't share it with anyone. So that's the story this morning. Crude oil surging higher. Also, we got a weaker dollar, and you know how that works. The dollar is getting hit this morning, nothing major, but still, the Dixie index remains below 90, going much, much lower. And that is obviously stock market positive. So we got, let's see, two lovely things. Crude surging, the dollar under pressure, and the 10-year yield stable. This is a very nice setup for the market. So what else is going on here? We got gold and silver right now catching very nice bids. Gold right now firmly over 1900. Silver firmly over $28. And people, I've been explaining this to you a lot lately. Just look at the last 30 days. Well, a little more than that now. Let's say 5 weeks with regard to the price action of gold and silver, which has no bearing on reality. It's artificially suppressed to the highest order. But again, we have staggering gains here for gold and silver. And, with the dollar literally going away, with the Federal Reserve running their inflation creation machine at high speed. I mean, I don't know if they can run it any faster. Maybe they can. They're buying assets across the board, creating artificial demand. I mean, it's so sick. We've never seen a more twisted, insane environment in the history of the world. But again, what does that do for you and I? As always, it's opportunity, and that's what this is all about. I mean, this morning, I get up, and the first thing I do, it's pretty sad, is check the stock futures, okay? And then I look at the 10-year yield and or vice versa. And I'm like, why are stock futures surging like this? Well, I look at the 10-year yield and say, okay, that's not it. It's stable. Crude oil, bam! And I was like, of course that's what it is. But then I go over to Bloomberg. I turn on Bloomberg in the morning. And they're saying, oh, yeah, it's cases are dropping, and that's why stock futures are higher. You see, they can't say, go look at crude. People, look, you know this as well as I did. Distractions, the misinformation. It's off the freaking Richter scale. And it's pretty sad. It really is, the mechanism behind it all, the way they try to hide all this. And, what are they going to do? This is exactly what I said was going to happen here. Surging energy prices, they're going to blame inflation on, and they're going to continue to do that. Oh, inflation. It's because, look at energy prices. Oh, it's supply chain disruptions. Duh. No, it's the Federal Reserve. Public enemy number one, and no one wants to talk about it. It's the truth. It's like, oh, no, you can't talk about it. You can't do it. You can't mention certain things. It just goes back to what I've been saying. You can't imagine a more bizarre environment than the one we are in, where round after round after round of bad economic news propels the stock market higher, an economy in free fall, a middle class getting systematically exterminated. I mean, these are all the things that I've been warning about for a very long time. trying to get you on the right side of this equation so hard, putting out 2 freaking videos a day, even one on the weekends, but again, I really hope, and it's my goal here to make a difference, and I want that to be your goal too. Try to get people to understand these concepts, people, because we are seriously marching towards the grand finale. And the grand finale of this entire thing is going to be a meltdown of the financial system because of the debt market hyper bubble like we have no idea, like we've never seen before in the history of the world. Anyway, so let's just sum this up real quick. We got crude oil surging this morning, up, last time I looked, just before this video, 3.45%. That is pushing stock futures higher across the board. What else would you expect here in this environment? You got a stable 10-year yield. You got gold and silver catching a nice bid. Cryptocurrencies remain under pressure here, people. And there's so much bearish talk out there. This is how I operate. You know that. When I hear sentiment, when I hear negative sentiment with regard to a particular asset, I don't know, alarm bells go off in my head. When people get bearish, I get bullish. When people get bullish, I get bearish. That's just the way I operate, and it's worked for a very long period of time. All right, people, look, today is the first, and the first of every month, I humbly ask for your support. If you think Greg is doing a good job, this is worthwhile information, well, I would appreciate your support. I really would. In the description of this video is a link. You can click on that, and you can support my work. I always ask for $5, just $5, and it makes me feel good. It really does. Anyway, I hope you choose to support my work. Again, there is a link in the description of this video. I will see all of you at the end of the day, and we're going to sum up this freak show as usual. I can't wait. See you then.